Hiya.
Hello.
Have I done the right thing?
Aye, right. So see at the bottom it says subscribe at the bottom of the wee star.
Yeah.
Right, click that and then scroll down and it will say sub only live chats and then click the button on the right.
Sub only. Right, everybody, it's a sub only conversation, unfortunately.
Yeah, because you're going to get trolled for this in a sense. I've got 1,300 people
I
in
don't
there.
mind about the trolls.
I know, but it gets a bit much, man. Did you click it?
Not yet.
Right, let me know when you clicked it, lovely. Right, everybody follow this account up.
I go all the way down to the bottom and then it's what? Sub only live chat.
Sub only live chats. Only subscribers can comment in your live and then click the right hand button. And you'll turn the sub on.
Oh my god, I feel like such a Facebook mum right now. So, sub only live chats and I've put the blue button on.
Do you need any mods? Does she need any mods? Go in if you want and so she's sub only.
Have I done the right thing?
I don't know, have you? She's
So,
sub only now. She's done it. You're fine, right, Lana? Right, okay. Right, so, right. This isn't like a pure, like, hate. I can't say certain words because I get banned. Like, I hate live, right? This isn't a live to hate on somebody, right? It's just, my personal experience with Kaz was fantastic all the way up to Sunday morning, right? And I introduced him to a guy called Stickman who's on the event, right? Cut a long story short, I jumped into a box, wished Stickman all the best, mate, it'd be lovely to meet you tomorrow, can't wait. I jumped out, Kaz, such a bitter wee guy, jumped in the box and started saying, oh, he's two-faced, he never introduced you to him, blah, de, blah, de, blah, right? So he threw me under the bus. Then he started to shout, I'm going to expose you tomorrow. So I went on and I dug deep into his profile and I seen him looking like George fucking Michael, kissing with the foundation lips, pure Chris Brown in the background. Absolutely piping, right? Basically annihilated him on videos on a live. He lost the head. Then at the press conference, again, throwing me under the bus with these wee guys that are reporters, never heard of them in my life, starting to say, he's not for the people, I'll sit and make content all day. So I just lost the head, right? Now, there's two things I'm not allowed to speak about tonight, right? Me, you can do what you want. I'm not allowed to speak about him stealing money to charities, right? And I'm not allowed to speak about his girlfriend, right? But you're more than... I know, right? It's because I'll get kicked off the event and I really want to batter the guy, right?
Right, okay.
So what I want you to basically do... I've got the screenshots. If you don't want to post them, I'll post them in my background and I'll show you as we go along.
Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that. So can I just jump in and say, so people might recognize me from a few years ago when I used to do TikTok all the time, but I've really not been in the TikTok space for a very long time. So I didn't even know who Aidan was until like yesterday. No offense. I didn't know there was a boxing event happening until I got tagged in that video. And the only reason that I brought up the Kaz scam was because I came on my live and I was just chatting with my fans basically, and I was just catching them up with what's been happening to me.
Yeah.
And you know, I've just gone for a breakup, and then the other thing was the scam from Kaz basically, and I just said it, but obviously people have held on to that, and now it's all come out, so now I've kind of been brought into it. But
yeah, I just want to say I apologise for mentioning you at the press conference.
No, it's all right. I kind of like the attention. Nah,
that's sound obviously. That's cool. Everybody in the crowd was like, "Whoa!" And then
I heard it.
And then Kaz was sitting going, "I've got invoices for that. I've paid that all off. I don't owe her a penny." So he's actually said it, and it's been recorded. And now you're going to come in and basically dismantle it all. So I just want you. I'll just listen, right? And if you need any help, anything along the way, I'll help you. No, just explain it from the very beginning and just whatever like you says.
I'll try not to make this too long-winded. Sorry if I like stutter.
No, please go into detail. Please, everybody wants to know about him.
Right, so Kaz approached me on Instagram saying, I've started a new production company. You know, you're quite famous in Scotland, but you haven't got any YouTube presence. So me and my team want to take over your YouTube. And I said, absolutely fine, but as long as basically I don't have to do any work, because I'm already very busy, I've got a lot going on. So I was like, as long as you guys can come up with the ideas, come and film it, edit it, and then upload it, so I gave them all my logins and everything, then I'll do it. And he was like, right, okay, so he wanted $2,000 up front. And I was like, hang on, darling. Like, I've never even met your team. I don't know if you can edit or anything like this. So he was like, so I asked for a free trial. I says, why don't you just do me like one video? Like, I'll pay for it after kind of thing, but if it's good.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, no, like, obviously I have to pay, like, the videographers and the editors, and like, no, like, gave me this, like, chat GTP message. I call him Kaz GTP, like, me and all my mates and family and everyone that's spoken about this calls Kaz Milligan.
And can I ask why you call him that?
Because honestly, like, he would send me these, like, really, like, over-the-top businessy messages with, like, loads of, like, emojis. Like, you could just tell that it was
written by a computer, AI.
And I knew that at the time, but I just thought, you know what, it's fine. Like, I laughed about it, but I thought,
ebook,
at the end of the day, I just wanted to
chat GPT. The ebook he was selling, that's chat GPT. Yeah,
well, I can't comment on that because I don't know, but he is Kaz GTP to me. He always will be. But anyway, where was I? So anyway, I got roped in. I thought it was 500, but after we looked and we got the screenshots, it was actually 400. So I paid £400 for a free trial. How does that work? But anyway, I got roped into doing that. And obviously, because he wanted the rest of the money, the first video was really good. So the first video was, it was like a dating show thing. So I had this idea to do a dating show with like lots of Scottish, like small creators, like just anyone really.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, Kaz is going to be there, so I'll do the date with Kaz. So we did like this whole day. He was in the video, it was really helpful, absolutely brilliant. Then they edited it like super quick, like within 24 hours. And the guy, the videographer editor, like really went over beyond and above like what I'd asked for. Like he was making me like moving graphics and all this. And I thought, I was really impressed. But they said, right, we're not going to post it because like we're going to wait until, you know, we've got a bit of like a backlog so that we can post it consistently. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, I was like, as long as bring the ideas, film it, edit it, and post it, I agree to so we then agreed it was going to be £2,000 a month. Which again is quite a lot of money, but I thought, you know, like,
so you took 400
they took 400 for the first like video for the first day,
and then asked you for 2,000,
and then they asked me for 2,000. So I then sent him 2,000, expecting for these videos to kind of
and hold on guys, sorry to butt in. I will show you all the receipts at the end, the transactions, so she's no lying. I've seen everything, but sorry, carry on.
So I sent 2,000, and then like they were coming to my house, so it's not like they just took the money and ran. They come over, we'd do the videos, but then what would happen is I'd be like, right, so are we going to post a video on Friday? Because you guys said I was going to get a weekly schedule, and I would never get it. I'd be like, hello, like, what's going on? I didn't have contact with any of his team, so I was going just exclusively through Kaz. Right. And I was like, Kaz, what's going on? He's like, oh, like fobbing me off with excuses. And then eventually, after a few weeks, when I did get to know the videographer, and like I'd maybe got a hint that he had a lot of work to do, like he was obviously struggling with the workload. And I said to Kaz, I was like, look, Kaz, I've hired your production company. So like if you need to hire extra editors, like you need to hire extra editors. Because he said to me, he was like, Lana, you have other editors. Why don't you just get your other editors to do it? And I'm like, because I paid you £2,000 to do it.
He took £2,000 off you and then told you to find your own editors.
Yeah, he asked me to outsource my own editors, my own thumbnail artists, like anything that
That's his job, no?
Because I was like, no, you're not doing what you promised. Like it was supposed to be every week without fail. I was like, if you need if you need more editors because your one's too stretched, you need to hire another editor. I even gave him my other editor, and he was like, and I was like, so are you gonna hire him then? And he was like basically saying, no, you need to hire him. And I'm like, no, but you're the guy, like you're the middleman, the production company.
Yeah,
that's
not
my job to do any of this.
Yeah, it's his job.
I was like, but the thing is that £2,000 that I sent him, then I got fobbed off. I thought, right, because after the first month of when I paid £2,000, obviously towards the end of the month, he then, you know, he's all over me. He's like essentially love bombing me, like, you know, saying, oh, Lana, you've got so much potential. You're so amazing. We're going to do all this for you, like proper sold me a dream. And I thought, all right, maybe I'm just being, like, I got gaslit into thinking maybe I was being, like, difficult to work with.
Right.
You know? Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to be hated by, you know, people in the Scottish scene and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I'll do one more month. And then I sent him another GG to wherever it was. I can't remember where. But he was on a yacht. And then he got Gigi a lovely Tiffany necklace or whatever it was. And I remember like screenshotting all of this and sending it to my mates and being like, I've just paid for that. I've just paid for Gigi to have a lovely holiday on a yacht and have a lovely Tiffany necklace. And I said to my mates, I was like, see if he comes back from holiday and he comes to my house and he hasn't brought any any friggin' ideas, I am going to go tits, basically. And then he came back from holiday, come to my house, and I was like, right, so what are we doing today? Because I never mentioned this before, but he was really slacking on the ideas. Like, Kaz literally did nothing. Like, he took the money, and that was it.
Wow.
Kaz was meant to be the one that sort of came with the ideas, and, you know, because
supposed to be the man.
He's a social media guy. So, like, obviously, the videographer editor, that he does that. But Kaz, like, I was like, well, what's Kaz's draw in all of this? Like, I was like,
was that after the boxing event?
This was before. This all happened before the boxing event.
This all happened before the boxing event?
But the one that the Natural Nova one that got cancelled?
No, the property boss one.
Oh! Yeah, it was just after.
So he went to Santorini?
Yes, that must have been it.
So, right, okay.
So
this
I
is
paid for Santorini, basically, right?
You paid for Santorini?
I must have done. He went somewhere on holiday. I remember.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And yeah, but anyway, so I haven't even finished. So the reason that the boy had so much money, I think, is because he wasn't paying his editors and the videographers. So these guys stopped working essentially, and they were like they weren't editing my content, they weren't giving me my stuff back. I did a big public appearance in a dancing club, shall we say?
Yeah.
So I had a queue out the door. It was amazing. I felt so special. All of my content from that, I never got given back. So I have got nothing to show from that because they didn't give me it back. And that was just TikToks. That was just Reels. Like, this isn't even YouTube.
So sorry, so you paid, I feel like I'm fucking actually like a pure interview here, right? It's like a pure podcast, right? So let's say you gave him £4,400 and what were you expecting? Well, how much content were you expecting of him?
So it was supposed to be one video a week.
One video a week?
And like every time that they come over to film a video, we were supposed to do like 20 reels.
Right.
10 to 20 reels.
And for people that don't know what reels are, what are they?
It's short form video content, TikTok. So you don't even have to edit it. You just film it on the nice camera so it looks professional. Yes. But as far as the editing, I understand YouTube videos take ages to edit, but the reels and the TikToks should have just been sent to me. Like,
they were quick style videos.
So quick videos, and I have not got hardly any of the TikToks that I filmed, sorry. And then one of the date with Kaz, I've got that back, but it never got uploaded, and now it's like so old. It's like, what's the point? There was another interview podcast style thing that I did with one of my friends. Only got that back like 6 months after I fucking stopped paying them, like just because I was harassing the videographer for it. Yeah. Even though he wasn't even getting paid for it anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it's like. But anyway, and then there was I mentioned Darren Thompson, the Hibs guy.
Yeah, so the same guy
that was going to be on my dating show. So we did a whole video, really funny video. Like I was calling it or a pet gimp and all sorts. Like it was funny, really great video. I remember it was like just a laugh, you know. And then, but I've never even seen that content.
So the content, because I remember when I was friends with Darren, I'm not anymore, but that's a different discussion. I parted ways with the boy, but just doesn't give me it. She's not giving me it. So now it's making sense. He never gave you the content to start with for you to even pass on to Darren.
I and like I said, that was while I'd paid for the month. That was one of the days that sort of they came to my house to film. And yeah, there was a bunch of content filmed that day. Like people have travelled in to see me, you know. Wow. I had to script the whole thing. So I scripted the dating shows, you know.
Yeah. So you done all the hard work.
Most of it was like so I've done like tons and tons of work because obviously Kaz wasn't bringing the scripts or the ideas, right? So it was me. And then I've just never even seen the content. And now, for ages, I was like, I wasn't on TikTok really. And I didn't want, the only reason I came back to TikTok to talk about Kaz. So I just haven't mentioned it until now, but I'm like, you know what, I just can't. After I sort of mentioned it on TikTok the other day, and then it's kind of blown up. I'm like, I'll just tell everyone because people should know. And I know you said you're not allowed to talk about Gigi, but I remember at one point I must have been on TikTok, but I seen that she'd scammed the hairdresser or something, and I was thinking that's what they do. They must both be exactly the same.
I need to be careful with my wording here, but the girl that lost her job because of that was actually supposed to come into this box tonight and actually talk about it. What?
All right.
Oh, sorry. Aye, so she was supposed to come in tonight, and just out of respect for my boxing promoters, I promised I would leave all that off the card. So the girl was quite nervous.
I understand that you're doing a boxing thing. That's great for you. Well done.
Thank you. And do you know something? Kaz actually offered and gave me the opportunity. I'll tell everybody tonight, there's £10,000 worth of tickets that I've sold. There's no white collar boxer in Scotland ever sold 10 grand. I'm not even a boxer, and I've sold 10 grand worth of tickets, and Kaz hasn't even sold a grand's worth, and it's supposed to be his event.
Well, I thought that's why you had to cancel the Nacho Nova one. I was like, there's no chance that he's going to be able to sell all those tickets.
So again, yeah, he needs cash cows in my eyes. He needs people that can bring in tickets, make money. You know, and he used me, and I fell into his trap. And he was, I'll be honest with you, he was fake, but like in a sense, he was brand new to me just for his business. But as soon as I touched a wee nerve on Sunday morning, early hours, he just fucking threw me right under the bus, and he's
I totally feel you, babe. I wouldn't have sent $4.5 grand to somebody that wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought he's doing business.
Yeah.
I actually thought that when I met him, I don't know if you thought the same, but when I first met him, my first impression was, oh my god, his whole persona on TikTok is fake, because he was actually acting normal with me, and I thought, oh my god, this guy's a genius if he's acting like.
Aye.
TikTok friendly. But then as I got to know him, I was like, oh no, that's actually what he's like.
Yeah. So this is what
he's actually like tapped.
I was like, he acts as if he's a good guy in every situation, but realistically, he's the bad guy in every situation. He's dead narcissistic.
He's so narcissistic, and he's Kaz GTP. That's it. He's Kaz GTP. I reckon that honestly, he just gets Chat GTP to answer all of his messages.
That's bad. That's bad, isn't it? Right, listen, I'm going to show the receipts. I need to actually jump. I just need to swipe up. You can still talk to the chat, obviously, if they're there. I'll literally be 2 seconds, right? Do you give me permission to show these?
Yeah, of course.
You sure?
Oh, well, remember, one of the texts, it mentions spicy. So I don't know if you want to.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay. Give me 2 seconds.
Required. So why are you keeping it exactly?
Mad. She's a pure con man.
Withholding stuff from me, like maybe intentionally.
So these are it here. So she says you need to hire. So he says you need to hire someone else to help Begsy if he can't do it himself, because you both just look utterly unprofessional. So he's took £4,400 off her and decided, no, you need to hire somebody yourself now to help the people that I hire, which is really fucking contradicting, right? So, hi Lana, after not speaking... Oh no, sorry. No, sorry, so that was you. So you told him that they're both unprofessional. Sorry, guys.
I said that it's his responsibility to hire more editors because he's a production company. Right,
okay, so basically Lana's gave her a wad of money, and he's basically telling Lana, look, my production company can't deal with this, it's too much to handle. So she's turned around and went, you've obviously fucking love bombed me, this is unprofessional, blah, 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 right? So we'll move on. It says, hi Lana, after not speaking for months, I'd have expected some sort of professional text, but once again, there seems to be
the narcissism here.
Yeah, so that's flip the script. He's basically, what's that called when you flip it on somebody and blame them?
It's just gaslighting. It's just honest. It's just textbook narcissism.
You told me I wasn't needed and you didn't see my value when producing your content, but it seems once you sacked me, things aren't as consistent. It's a shame because I enjoyed orchestrating everything. And
You
then
didn't orchestrate anything!
and then he goes, it
Orchestrate a
seems
thing.
whilst consistency is slacking, you're now holding me accountable after saying I'm no
He is
longer needed.
accountable!
But I keep it professional.
angry.
I've spoke to Begsy. He's created a plan and we'll have your content to you ASAP. I wish you all the
I
best.
didn't get it. Even after this plan, I still didn't get it.
So I can't really show this, right? But I'll try my best to show it. It's like, hey, Kaz, I've been going I will be going public about how bad working with Milligan Studios is, Milligan or whatever it is. I don't get my finished content back ASAP. You both agreed my YouTube would be weekly uploads and it hasn't been touched for 3 weeks. I took Begsy to Amsterdam because you still owe me for 3 videos, which we filmed, blah, blah, blah. And then it basically goes for there. There's evidence of overtook TikTok. Hold on, you've owed out 4,500. I have all the receipts, evidence, all this, blah, blah, blah. I won't hesitate to share all over TikTok. So there's it quickly. If you want to screenshot it, guys, I'm giving you 10 seconds. You know what I mean? And blah, blah, something. No, that was the same one. Sorry, hold on. So there we go. So that one. Sorry, I've screenshotted the same one. So basically, guys, you get my drift, right? You get my drift. So this guy has literally used this lassie to basically look good and feel superior in his business, but realistically shafted her every fucking... He knew what he was doing before he took the money. Let's be honest. He knew, fuck it, we'll pump out a couple of videos for her, man. We'll just take grands off her because she does this and she makes this. So that's what he's done. He's basically used and abused her and then flipped the switch, gaslit her and says, no, you're the problem. You're the one that's hard to work with. You're the one... Realistically, Lana's the one... Who the fuck... £4,400. Imagine just giving that to somebody and within 2 months and being like, right, man, buzz it. Like, you would be very excited, you know, because it's a lot of money. You think, this guy's professional. Now, Kaz does come across as dead professional, articulate. I say it all the time. He's very good with his words, you know, but when that mask slips, like I got inside his head last night, he was fucking losing his head over it on a live. His mask slips and you see the real person. And he's a nasty wee boy. You know, he's a small child, man.
And like I should have known better because, like I said, I wasn't happy with the first month, and it started to get a bit like a bit awkward. And then he suddenly, towards the end of the month, was like it started with the love bombing and we're gonna do this and this and this and this, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just do 1 more month then. And then I did the 1 more month, and I was like, oh no. Oh,
well,
no,
I've been shafted. I wasn't going to do this right at all. I just felt, you know what? I'll just let business be business, let everybody try and deal with it. But after what he done to me and making a video and making fucking over 150,000 views, and everybody, people from my agency turning around and going, that is disgusting what you said to Gigi. All I said to the fucking lassie was, away you go. And she's crying, you know, now I'm going to show some messages now. Now, this was the last message. This is the last message I received after Kaz Milligan, right? No, after Gigi. So hold on, where is it? Is it this one? I don't care. Blame your boyfriend for this. Right, hold on. Where is it? Right, so this is where it goes weird, right? So I don't think Gigi knew that he's took money off you, right? So I sort of arguing with her a wee bit, right? And then I said at the end, I put, oh no, hold on, where is it? Is it this one? Aye, so at the end, right, so she messaged me, so I'm just going to let everybody see this. She messaged me first at 2:12. I accepted the message at 2:39 at the bottom. You see it at the bottom? It says message request accepted. Yeah. So she was in my DMs, right? So I didn't even know. Right, so let's skip forward, right? So they made me, if you see it at the bottom, away you go. Your wee boyfriend wants to throw me under the bus. So I was telling her in a manly way, like, see you, fuck up, like, it's your boyfriend I've got the problem with, right? And I'll be honest with you, that's what I said. And then at the end, right, it was like, listen, I don't care for structured paragraphs. I live in the real world as well. Your boyfriend crossed the line, blame him. Also, P.S. tell him to pay back Lana Wolf the $5,000.
Thank you.
So I'd just been told that she outed him last week on a live. And then I put, love when people who think they are better than everyone gets a nice humbling. So she's seen that at the end, if you see it. It says seen. So she read that at 3:15 in the morning. And then all of a sudden, at the press conference, I got him saying, my girlfriend phoned me crying. So what I think has happened is...
Do you think he didn't tell her that he was
I've
going to
dropped a bomb on her, and she's been like, what? And then she's probably phoned him like, you owe her money and all that. So then he's done is he's flipped the switch. I'll sort it. And he's went into the press conference and he's trying to embarrass me by saying, I've got invoices, I've paid her back, I've done everything, I don't even owe her money. So, and then he used GG.
All the invoices do is prove that I paid him.
He used GG, right? So I posted a video and I says I won the press conference. You can't win a press conference, right? But I outspoke him with the patter. He's just sat there like a good wee boy and sat and just took it, right? Now, I thought I was on fire at that press conference with the patter. He was acting all scared para. What I think he's done is he's lost the fucking battle at the press conference and he's decided to use his girlfriend as an scapegoat. Like, throwing it under the bus. He's talking to me. No offence to you, Kaz, but you're 28-year-old and I just found out your bird's 21, you've been with her for a few years. So I don't want to go and do the fucking route with you, mate, but did you go with her when she was a minor? That's another story.
What you say, remember you said you weren't going to speak about them.
I know, right, I know, but I need to clear this up because there's there's people out there that have left my agency due to Kaz Milligan. A few of them, whatever, it's their loss now, but they're not getting back in. But they say you're a disgusting man. You're 31 years of age talking to a 21-year-old wee lassie like that.
Yeah.
So the narcissistic behaviour is just absolutely flooding out his pores. You know what I mean? And I can't be bothered with it anymore, you know. And for him to say that he gave me a platform and he gave me the opportunity.
Oh, of course he's going to say all that.
If I quit the boxing right now and give the promoters back 10 grand worth of tickets, Kaz Milligan's out. He's not got a fight. I'm only doing this because I signed a contract saying if I pull out, I owe him 10 grand.
Because this guy has been trying to box people for like the past 10 years.
And he can't box. He can't box. His dad, like, that's like my dad being a professional painter, like an artist, and then I'm trying to be an artist and I can't fucking paint.
Imagine your whole personality being a boxer, but you just never box.
Properly, like the property boss, that was an L for Kaz.
Oh yeah, the property boss, he did box then, didn't he? Well, that's the only one.
But it was what's it called? What's the word? What's it called? An exhibition. So there was no winners. So property boss signed a contract saying I'm not allowed to throw uppercuts, I'm not allowed to do nothing. So anyway, I'm not speaking about that, right? But we'll move forward. He's a scammer, and I'm so glad that you came in and told your story, Lana, because he's right now everybody's starting to like him on the internet, but everybody forgets what he's done last year and what he's done to you. There's a girl right now that's choking to get in my box, and I'm not going to let her in because she'll just fucking get me banned with the words she'll say. She done a raffle with him, and he promised her son or niece or whatever it was tickets to something, and he bumped her. And then I've got another woman whose daughter, she sent, I think it was like a 17-year-old wee lassie, and she was trying to get popping on TikTok with content. Approached Kaz. Kaz took like 60, 70 quid off her, and he just patched her. And
yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me at all.
Yeah. The woman is fucking gunning for him.
The annoying thing is that like people who have dealt with real life narcissists will know this, that it's like when they defend themselves,